All right. Good morning, Japan, and good afternoon in America. How's everyone doing today? I am doing decently. Um, didn't sleep so much again, but slept better than last night, so pretty good, pretty good. Um, I've come to find out that the batteries on my mouse is dead, so there's that. I have to use my pen to navigate um, my different stuff. Whoops. So I'm going to be doing that today. But yes. How do you do? All right. I'm going to go to the writing stream. We're going to go ahead and explain. And ooh, there's me. That's trippy. All right. So let me use my pen. Woo. All right. So today we're going to be talking about. We're not going to be talking about stuff. We're going to be writing. We're going to be writing for a Copyleft manga of mine called Viable. All right. So what is Viable? Viable is a Copyleft manga, and Copyleft means that you can copy, distribute, and modify it under the terms of the free art license. And basically, as you saw, this website is in the description of my video. You just go to the description down here, and you click here, viablemanga.com, or you can type it into your browser. Also, whatever we're typing today is going to be on Google Drive, so you can download it, edit it, do whatever you want with it. Super fun, super chill. And yeah, the main idea with this is basically I was trying to make a lot of different things growing up, including a fandom, which is what many people who still watch me nowadays remember me for. And I was unable to do a lot with that due to copyright law. And I didn't want the same thing to happen to other people who were fans of my work. And so I decided to make a copyleft. And basically the only thing you really need to do is provide certain information. And that information is this right here. I can highlight it. Oh, that's my pen. It doesn't like highlighting things. But yeah. Anyway, you scroll down. Yeah, so right here, Joshua Stevenson Bible. And if you make a derivative of work, I used John Smith, Lucy eating an apple, which is just Lucy's the name of the character in the story. You just got to include that. So you have to include my website, and whoever copies your work, you have to make it copyleft as well, your derivatives. So that's the main thing. You can learn more information by going to the copyright section of my website. Today we're going to be writing. We're going to be continuing our writing of chapter 1 of Viable, which is going to be 75 pages. And then after that, yeah, it's gonna be a fun time, yeah. So good to see everybody. Thanks for hopping in. Go ahead and close that. Today's music is a no copyright coffee house jazz. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get it to loop, so I'm probably gonna have to go back there and do it. My right click button on my pen doesn't really work too well, so can't really loop it. But that being said, good afternoon, good morning. All right, so story we have so far. We have a few characters, 3 really. First one is Vassa. He is a USSR detective, and a good one too. And due to an incident that involved the death of a young civilian in the USSR, his public image was tarnished in his home country. And to keep him busy while the storm blows over, his superior transferred him to work side by side with Soviet Russia's closest ally, Japan. Obviously, this is not based in real history, because this is an alternate history. In our, what actually happened is this guy, Inejiro Asanuma, he was assassinated by a right-wing nationalist youth. And so that assassination caused the Japanese Socialist Party to fall apart. In my universe for the story, that never happens, and socialism becomes the dominant political belief of Japan, similar to communism did in China and USSR. And so Japan is allied with the USSR in the story, and Vassa is a detective from that nation. Lucy, boopity-boo. Lucy is this cutie patootie over on the right corner of my stream, on the bottom right. This spunky 6-year-old girl suddenly appeared. Okay, I'm having trouble scrolling. Ugh. There you go. This spunky 6-year-old girl suddenly appeared one day while Vassa was working on a case. In fact, this is the case that we are currently writing. He quickly finds out that he is the only person capable of seeing her. Is she a ghost, a mental manifestation of his trauma? Either way, she is able to help him visualize things that would otherwise be impossible. After all, she's only in his head. Next, we have Hana, the poster child of the Japanese Socialist Party's inclusion initiative. She's a Japanese policeman who has been assigned to Vassa's force. She struggles with the thought that she may have been assigned not through her own merit, but instead as a symbol of the regime. Tatsuya Iwao's, this is the main case for the first chapter. Tatsuya Iwao is a Japanese Socialist Party politician. His son was kidnapped by rebels to pressure him into stepping down from office. Hiyoshi Iwao is the son of Tatsuya. He suffers from Frederick's pretty sure that's Frederick. Yeah. Okay. Which is a medical condition that requires constant medication and observation. Confined in his room due to the negative bias the culture has against disabled people, Hiyoshi disagrees with his father constantly as he instigates the kidnapping when trying to join the rebel cause. His decision caused his life to be in danger, however, so not the smartest kid. And there was an assistant and the courier who was a rebel. Yeah, so basically that's the case so far. We're scrolling all the way down. Pages 1 through something, we got to meet Mr. Iwao, the politician, and the assistant, and we discovered, or Vassa and Hana discovered, that there was an envelope in the boys' trash can, and Vassa discovered a code inside of that envelope. And so they went to the post office, after asking the assistant who delivered it, they went to the post office, found the guy, and threatened him, and he gave away a location for them. So they went to investigate that location, and that's where Vassa met Lucy. And yeah, so he meets Lucy at this rebel base, and at first he thinks she's real, like she's really right there in front of him. And he plays with her a little bit before Hana is like, "Who are you talking to?" And then he just looks weird. And then he said that there's a little girl in the house and she disappeared. And so they put out a search for her and as a potential witness. And unfortunately, they were unable to find her. But, Vassa finds her in the police car while he's talking to Hana. And that surprises him, but it makes him realize that she can't see her. And he's the only one who can see Lucy. And Vassa opens up to Hana a little bit about why he was so defensive and not defensive, but like adamant in finding Hiyoshi. And the reasoning behind that is because he he loves children, and his wife died in childbirth and was unable to have a child, and he discusses that with Hana, and then Hana opens up as well, saying that and they're going back to HQ to get the evidence from the house, because they went to the search for Lucy, and that search was futile. But yeah, so Hana expresses her insecurities about how she's just a symbol for the regime, and she's anxious about that. And then Vassa, of course, makes a joke that was pretty well known at the time in Soviet Russia, and reassures her that women are, wonderful. So, and it's okay to be who you are. And that's what we did last time, yesterday. And today we are going to look at the evidence from the House of the Police HQ. So that's where we are right now. So hello, everybody, my viewers, my beautiful people. Say hello in the chat. Help me out with writing. Ooh. All right, so page 42. Vassa and Hana arrive at... okay, how do we establish the shot? We need to establish it. So we already have a wide shot of the car parking at HQ. We have an establishing shot of the evidence room. Vassa and Hana are already inside, looking through files and different and observing different objects that they had found at the hideout. Oh boy. Yep, so that's where we are right now. Dooby-dooby-doo. I'm gonna say if I haven't really gotten much sleep, and so if I might not get much done just because input, because it's not really there right now. And so if I can, I'm probably gonna do this for like about 30 minutes, and if I don't have many people in the chat or anything, I'm probably gonna call it. So, yep, either way, no worries. I'm going to continue from here. So I have an established shot of the evidence room. Vassa and Hana are already inside, looking through files and observing different objects that they had found at the hideout. Lucy is playing around as well, but Vassa doesn't mind too much, since she can't really mess anything up. Hey man, sleep is important. Hope you're able to get as much as you can. Yeah, thanks, Imagine Rejectors. Good to see you again. Thanks for always popping up on stream. Always good to see you. But yeah, man, I'm just sleepy. So I think that I want to get a couple pages done today, and then I might. It's just a jet lag, honestly, going from America to Japan, and I'm not able to keep myself up until bedtime, and so I take naps, and then that makes it worse. But it is what it is. Yesterday I showed you a bit of that drawing that I made. I worked on it a little bit more. Go ahead and show you that, because why not? Here we go. Yeah, so for those who don't know, let me do this real quick. For those who do not know, oh, by the way, my mouse, turns out it's dead, so. You're welcome. Kept getting busy yesterday, so sorry I kept leaving the stream, but it's a stormy day today, so I should be available. Cool. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, just chill and do what you want. And thanks for hopping on. I worked on this a little bit more last night because I couldn't sleep. And then I also added the hair and a little bit of clothing. I'm probably gonna even edit it a bit more. But yeah, that looks pretty good. That's just the sketch. And the inked part, I basically finished the face, so I just need to add hair and stuff. So yeah, I think that's looking good. I like that it's like dots, like an actual manga screen tone. Yeah, and so that's kind of, I actually need to make an eraser. That's kind of what I'm experimenting with, and I think I'm going to implement this whenever I actually draw for Viable as well. So that's exciting. I'm glad I was able to discover how to make screen tones basically in Krita. So yeah, it's looking good. And yeah, so anyway, back to writing. That's fun. That's exciting. Yes, nice. The hair looks cool, and I'd be interested in seeing when you have her full hair. Yep, I'm also trying to figure out how to do more realistic sort of drawings. Not really realistic, but I guess the drawing of Lucy is kind of like a mixture of Disney and anime. And that's kind of my style, but I like, I in art and stuff, I would always do shading and stuff, and I really enjoyed doing that in for this little side project that I got going on. So pretty exciting. I think it'd be an awesome style for Viable's art. Can't wait to see how Vassa, Lucy, and etc. look in that style. Yeah, I'm looking forward to redesigning Vassa. Designing Hana. I wanna design Hana, and kind of make Lucy a little bit more realistic. Actually, I was working on. Plus, the first page will be a historical image recreated in this style. That's true. That's true, and that's gonna be fun. Actually, I made. Let me find this real quick. A while ago, I was working on stickers for Viable, because I thought I could make some. You know how Line is a messaging app. Maybe WhatsApp has stickers that you can use to send to people with your messages. I gotta find it though. Where are you? Where are you, Lucy? Actually, I have some character designs. Here's my first drawing of Lucy when she was a bit older, actually. I thought she would be more like a 12 or 13-year-old girl. That was a while ago. Man, I can't believe I even have this picture. This is my art style's changed so much since then. So she's a bit older here, like 9 or 10. That was whenever I was still coming up with different concepts. Pretty cool. I don't use either of my phone's messages app. Yeah. So I was actually thinking of making stickers for Lucy. Here's my second design that I made of Lucy. Also, by the way, all of these are in, and this is kind of closer to what actually ended up being. And yeah, she's looking at her future self. This one, I thought the head was too big, the eye shape was a little strange. But that's kind of like the start of the design I made for her. So this is whenever I was still concepting. What else do I have? And then I actually, this is my first color drawing of Lucy. As you can see, its art style is a bit different. Yeah, I think the one that I made, the most recent one that's on the bottom right, is more expressive. And I really like that one. But this is where I decided the colors for her clothing and stuff. So. And I think my art's evolved a lot since I first came up with the concept for Viable. The eyes do admittedly look a bit off, but I think the rest, but I think they looked great. Yeah, I think so too. It's a part of the history of Viable, which is just fun. I used to call Vassa Jim. Jim was the first name I gave Vassa, and I see it in my miscellaneous art. I have a doodle of Vassa. I don't know if it'll show up. Yeah. And it's the name of this is Cover Jim. That's funny. So that was my first attempt at the cover drawing. Pretty good, not the best. I just need to redesign him. I think his character was just generic policeman, is whenever I first made him. And let me find another one. Agreed, but it's cool to see that your art was really cool and then kept getting better. Yeah, Jim. Yeah, my grandpa's name was Jim, which is why I went with that. But that was before I even came up with the well, I didn't even come up with it. Was before Ben came up with the background of the detective and the alternate history, you know. So let me find. I don't know if I've shown the 3D model on this stream, but here's, I don't know if it'll, yeah, there's Lucy. As a 3D model. I made a low polygon model a long time ago. And yeah, and then I posed her in the same sort of thing. I don't know if I can zoom in the same cover pose as I was planning on doing. No, there's even more Lucys now. Yeah, so many Lucy. But yeah, man, it's so interesting. I'm looking back, and I'm drawing a lot more now, I guess, or I'm getting back into drawing, and I'm just looking at all this concept art and stuff, and I'm like, man, I've improved a lot. And it's only been like, you know, not even a year. It's been a long time since I've even drawn, right? So it's like, I don't know how I even got to this point to where I can draw really well. Rihanna, hey Josh, just saying hi. Haven't been here for a while. Yeah, yeah, I made that. I made this. Yeah, I made this in Blender. Yeah, but yeah, thanks for hopping in, Rihanna. Yeah, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Right now, I'm kind of just reminiscing on my things that I've been like how I got to this point, and you know, I'm planning on redesigning my characters in a different art style, and I showed this to Imagine Rejector already, but I'm going to show this to Rihanna as well. I was playing a game, a Nintendo 64 game that I bought for $150. It's basically Mario Party, but a dating sim. That's a story for another day. But in that, there's this character named Meifa, and this is the character. Meifa is, you know, just a character that I ended up getting the love ending. I think it's what they call it, Rabu ending. And I decided to take one of her more. I thought she was incredibly expressive, and I really liked her expressiveness. So I decided to just draw because I've been jet lagged since coming back from America, and I sketched out this sketch, and I figured out how to make screen tones in Krita, basically. And the style, I think, is what I'm going to use to implement in Viable as well. And we were talking about that, and then yeah, so that's what we're up to. Really cool. It's really cool. Do you have a 3D Vassa model? No, I do not. Unfortunately, I thought, like I said before, I'm not the biggest fan of my drawing of Vassa. I think he's, I think I need to redesign him, just to be more, I don't know. I'm thinking more of like a big guy, right? There, he's just general detective is what I drew for Vassa's design, and so, until I have something with a much better silhouette, right? I think I might make a 3D model, and then I threw the 3D model in those documents as well. So if you go, let me close this real quick. If you go to here, hi, and then you go down to documents and files, you can click on that, and then you got miscellaneous art and the Lucy 3D model, and quite a bit of the rough drafts of drawings are here too. I actually need to add those other character designs too, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that. So here's the 2 Lucy models. I should probably rename them. So, can I rename it? Yeah. This was Lucy. First design of Lucy I made. And she was much older back then when I first came up with the concept. I was thinking of like a ghost girl. And then I came up with like a story behind like a person who only another person can see. And there's Vassa, by the way. That's his concept art. That was the first drawing of Vassa I made. I don't know how I did the what's it called? I'm so sleepy. Screen tones. I don't know how I did the screen tones. I think I used a different app at the time. But yeah. There's this moment on the Flash TV show where Flash's superhero daughter goes undercover and uses a name from the comics since her name is show original. It would be funny if Vassa goes undercover as Jim. That would be funny. That would be funny. I just named him Jim because, that was my grandpa's name. And I didn't have the concept of him being Russian or anything at the time. So, yeah. And then Ben helped me out with coming up with the background for the story, and he really did a good job with that. And it basically stuck like glue. So the concepts are so different. Yeah, I only have like 3 drawings of Vassa. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in that other drawing that I haven't put in there yet. Yeah, it says cover Jim. I'm gonna keep the name of that one. Yeah, because his name was Jim at the time. That's my first attempt to draw him in a cover pose. The second attempt was whenever I actually finished a colored version of the cover, with the best design of Lucy. But I'm planning on probably making it more realistic. I forgot the stickers. Yeah, so I was looking for the stickers in my files. My computer's freezing. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. So probably here. Josh's manga. Oh, here's a funny picture. I think I was testing out. I remember now. I got brushes. I got brushes for what's it called? These screen tones, right? That's how I was able to get the screen tone stuff, and I was testing it out with Lucy. That was a long time ago though, and I'm pretty sure that what I have now is a much better thing for that. But yeah, so this is my first attempt to do sticker, I guess, and it's black and white, but this was whenever I first had the idea, I was thinking about making like an emoji or something, trying to add that in here as well. I have a lot of just random images here. And character designs. Oh yeah, I forgot, did I include that here? I did not. Okay, so for the 3D model, I drew out 2 views of Lucy, front and a side view. And then I used that as a reference whenever I modeled her. Yeah, I didn't finish this drawing. I was just doing it. Yeah, so she looks like a character from an anime I saw back in 8th grade. Really cool. Someday when Viable takes off, people will be sending Lucy emojis. I think so too. I really like Lucy. She's like my favorite design of all of them. And where is that one thing I've been looking for? The actual sticker though. The actual sticker that I had, I must have put it in a different place. Probably art. No. Where is it? I know I have it somewhere. Documents? No. Hold on, it might be in Krita. Let me open Krita again. Might be in the thing. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So I was for the stickers, here it is. She's pouting here. For the stickers, I was thinking of doing an animated sort of thing. So she would go like that. Because I also do animation. Yeah. But I was thinking about having it be a 2D animated sticker. And there's not many animated stickers online, and so I thought that would be a good market to have. Here, her nose, as you see, is much more detailed. It's quite a bit different. But she is pouting, so I was trying to get that, you know, that sort of face. And crossing her arms and stuff. So yeah, I've already gotten her design pretty well in, I think. Yeah, I might just add shading and stuff in important moments like the bang scene and different things like that. So yeah, that's and that would definitely be a sticker as well if I were to make stickers. But yeah, so it's pretty good. I was thinking about, you know, going from here and she'll look up and she'll, you know, that's what the sticker would be. Yeah. So only got 2 keyframes, 1 finished keyframe, and this is still a work in progress. But I will go ahead and put that in there as well. Maybe some downloads. I don't know where I put it. Lucy. Oh well. I'm gonna have to go back to Krita and find the location of the file. Lucy sketch. Where are you? File. Open. Okay, there it is. Oh, it's in concept art. What? I thought I looked there. File, manga, concept art. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. I'll include the Pouting Lucy image because, you know. So yeah, you guys can download these. Her design's changed so much. Like, just subtly. The first one is the biggest difference, I think, just from going from young... There's a dog barking outside. Just from going from this young... oh, I'm still on Krita. Just going from this young girl to this little, basically a baby, to this, where her eyes look kind of funky, to this, which is much better, much more refined. And actually, with this one, I figured out, no, this one, I figured out how to, I figured out how to like make the line art itself colored. And so that way I can keep my manga style. So I can do that too with the screen tones. I can color them in and make it colored. So if I wanted to make like a webtoon version of it, then I could. And then I implemented the same thing here. And you know how like Korean webtoons, the scrolling ones are they're in color usually. So I could have it colored, or I could let people color it. So that's the beauty of Copyleft. I probably color it while I'm waiting for the fundraiser to succeed. So yep. Fun stuff. I'm gonna go grab some tea. You did so many cool things with her design, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is my most recent drawing of her. The nose, she's very emotional, like very expressive here. I think that's really good. Her nose is kind of a little too real. I think going with the same direction as the Meifa nose is probably the way to go. Because again, it looks like Disney, more Disney style. But if I do this kind of nose, where it's more like shaded in, and you can only really see this, I might add like, for her, I might add like something like that, just to show that there's a form there. But you know, that's probably what I'll do with Lucy. And this kind of actually looks like Lucy's eyes and everything, looking at it. The eyebrows are way different, but yeah, same sort of eye shape. Also, with these eyes, I added this line here to show, like, in actual eyes, you have the top of your eyelid, right? And I've realized, reading manga and looking at different manga, that I don't really do that with my drawings, and it would look cool with shading doing that too. So that's what I did here. That's cool. That's just really cool. It's weird looking back at my own art, but it's really cool to see how much I've improved, despite not drawing for basically a year. I've been in Japan for a year, and for like the first 4 or 5 months of that, I didn't have my tablet, and then for like from that point until, you know, just a couple days ago, I didn't hardly draw at all. The only thing I drew was that Lucy drawing. So yeah, this is crazy how much has happened in the past couple of days. I have been reading a lot of manga and webtoons and stuff, so I wish I could draw eyes like that. I usually just draw a circle around it and a bigger circle around that. Yeah, with eyes, there's different ways of doing it. So what I do is, if I have a head, let me go to the sketch layer and stuff. Yeah. So if I have like a head here, and then what I do is first it's kind of like knowing where the eye should be, and what a lot of people don't do is they don't draw both eyes at the same time, which is a mistake, because if you draw one eye, you get really detailed on one eye, then it's going to be a lot harder to replicate that on the other eye. So it's important to do both eyes at the same time. So I start out with the eyelid. One thing you could do if you don't know like the proportions is just start with a circle. Some people do that. And you know, you can go with like American cartoon style by doing that if you want. But I usually draw the eyelid. Right, and the eyelid changes depending on the person. So like with Lucy, she has a more kind of like upward, the same with this one, right? More of a upward sort of oval shape. And then it goes kind of like that. And then you do the same thing on this side. Make sure it looks good. And then with the remaining of the circle, you can actually see where the top of the eyelid line would be, right? And then from there, you can add details. So one thing that people do to make it quick is with eyelashes, they go ahead and fill in the black part. And that's what I did over here. I filled it in black first before adding the detailed eyelashes. So make it black, and then you can go in line by line and just fill it in. Yeah. You'll be back in a couple of minutes, all right? No worries. I feel like I'm not even writing today because I'm just tired. I'm just reminiscing. I might retitle this and then this thing and just be like reminiscing on the history of Viable. And then, similar with, if you look at the circle, right, the eyeball circle, you draw where you think the... So I'm not looking at the eyelid right now, I'm looking at the ball, the eyeball. I'm looking at where the circle would be in relative position to the eye. And then same with the pupil. And there you go, you got eyes. And from there you can change some details. Add highlights. With Lucy, I do this little line thing here. And then also there's a that. And then you go from dark to light. Some people don't fill this in and they leave it white, just depending on the style. And that's fun. That's fun, making different eyes. So there you go. That's eyeballs. Noses are probably one of the most difficult things, and that's something I kind of struggle with. I'm okay at drawing like noses from like a Disney sort of perspective, but the way anime do it, sometimes they don't even draw it. It's just like a line. But mine's based on like actual nose proportions. So, and then, you know, I don't think Lucy would have that much eyelashes, honestly. I'd probably only do like a little bit if I'm drawing Lucy. Some people draw a chin. Most anime don't. They just kind of have it to a point, and then they go from there. This has turned into a drawing stream for sure. Then boop, boop, and boop, boop. Hair's fun. I don't know if I want to make Lucy's realistic, because I kind of like the way her hair is, the silhouette of her hair at least, and making it too realistic makes it a bit harder. And of course, with eyes, you can make them happier, give them expression, change them up. Don't be afraid. You know, to do different things. Anyway, that's a Lucy drawing. That's adorbs. And ears give me trouble. Just a random Lucy. Yeah, I want to draw, man. I want to get back to drawing manga. And I'm excited to get all this done. So, I'm going to work on that later. Just close that. Don't need to save it. Alright. Anyway. All that being said. I guess I can get back to writing, yeah? Oh, I'm going to go grab some tea. I like tea. It's been about an hour already, huh? I should probably get maybe 15, 30 minutes of sleep. But, Sleep is for those who know how to sleep. Which I do not. So. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get into drawing a lot more. You progress on Viable. Yeah, that's the goal. I still need to... This cup clean. I need to, yeah, I washed it, I think. Today's tea of choice is rooibos tea. It's caffeine free, which is good for before I go to bed. And I haven't been drinking it. And it's the only tea I have left, so I need to go to the store and buy more tea. On my day off, which is the day after tomorrow, I think. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the goal, to get more drawing and get that spark again. So if I can finish writing out the first chapter, I can get started on drafting the storyboards, and those are mostly just going to be sketches. I'm trying to get so that way I can just... Forgot my mouse is dead. By the way, this is my mouse. It's a yellow car, and usually it works, but it needs AAA batteries. Viable. Here we go. Yes. So. But yes. We have an establishing shop of the evidence room. Vassa and Hana are already inside looking for files. It's the cutest thing I have. It's the cutest thing I have in my apartment, I'd say. I do have a lot of cute stuff though. I got models of Lupin III, Prince of Tennis, Conan. I have a signed poster of Spike that I got from a friend for my birthday. That was a really good present. Oh, I brought 51 volumes of manga from America. I'm just looking at my... I'm gonna move this and show you. Actually, I might not be able to. Anyway, here's my bookshelf. It's got my English Prince of Tennis manga, so all of them. I got those models up there. And the signed picture of Spike from Cowboy Bebop. And got some Spy Family. And as you see, I mixed in the Japanese with the English. So English, Japanese, English, Japanese. I don't know where the first English volume went, but yeah. I do the same thing with the Prince of Tennis. Yes, so the suitcase, and here's, these are all Nintendo 64 Japanese games that I bought cases for, and I custom printed out these prints, these things. And it's based on the Japanese box art, so that's fun. I still have a lot more I need to do. And then I brought all these from America, and so I need to do all of those too. Yeah, I don't know if I have a lot of space. There's Anya just sleeping there. There's a couple Gundam that I got for Christmas. Yeah, so I brought everything. I can't even play these games because my Nintendo 64 isn't... I need to modify it to be not region locked. I have a Japanese 64. But yeah, so I need to... I have a few covers for those ready to get printed, and I can print them out and do that. I have so many like just casual like things that I have and that I can do, and that I could make videos for, I think, if I really wanted to, just living in Japan. So yeah, anyway, so whenever I brought back the first time I went to America back in September for my brother's wedding, I tried to bring a ton of manga with me. I have a lot of manga in America that I need to bring. I have at least, I would say 300, 400 volumes of manga. But, so I had like 3 bookshelves worth of manga. And I tried to bring like a third of it in a suitcase. But the thing is, it was so heavy that it cost money to ship it if I wanted to do that. So I just left the suitcase because I didn't want to spend like $400 to send it over, or however much it cost. It was ridiculous. And so this time what I did was I put it in my backpack, because if it's a carry-on, it doesn't matter if it's 25 pounds, which it ended up being. They don't measure how heavy it is. And so that was my hack. I just brought it on as a carry-on. So yeah, that was fun. Anyway, I'm procrastinating because I'm sleepy. She can't really, Vassa doesn't mind too much, because since he knows she can't really mess up the evidence. What's it called when you mess up the evidence? Messing up synonym. Mishandle. Manga carrying life hack, that's right. Yeah. So I brought my entire collection of The Prince of Tennis from volumes 1 to 42. And so now I have volumes 1 through 20 in Japanese and English, and I have 21 through 42 only in English. So, and now I also have no space left on my bookshelf. But I have an idea to where I don't even need to buy another bookshelf, because I have these hangers and I have string. And so I'm thinking about making an invisible bookshelf. So, mishandling. Yeah, that's a good. You can't really mishandle. You can't really ruin anything. Or put fingerprints anywhere. Actually, she can't move anything. She can't physically move anything. What did we decide about? Let's go. There was evidence here, yeah. That was in the synopsis we wrote. About the car, yeah? The Mitsubishi car. Evidence. Mitsubishi Cordia. Vassa discovers a black ball attached to a metal rod with the numbers in the letter R on it. He tries to think of what it could be. I don't know. I feel like he would just instinctively know it. Honestly, maybe. Like if you were to see a gear shift, would you know that it's a gear shift? Like, would you be like, what is this thing? It's weird. It's got numbers on it. I don't know. Seems like a too easy puzzle. I mean, it could work, but if you were to just see a gear shift. Maybe it was a defective part. Maybe. Hold on. Is that an emergency brake for you? The star with the E on it? Hmm. I guess it depends on the year, what kind of shift they even have. Did they have automatic back then? Yeah, that's the emergency brake, isn't it? The star with the E on it. Or is that what changes it from economy to... Twin stick, devilishly clever, and exclusively yours. It was a manual transmission. That's an idea. Yeah. It's a good idea. Like maybe his family didn't know he was a rebel and his kid asked them to bring him something from the factory. That could work. Could work. Interestingly, though, the police were investigating that house, so where's the kid then, you know? Maybe that was... Maybe he was going to bring it, yeah? So would it be in a present box or something? Like a gift? Like a bag, a gift bag or something? It's an incomplete piece. Okay. So would it just be like the stick itself or just the knob, you think? Like just this part? Call it a super shift transition. Twin stop. Manual transaxle at 6 shifts. Huh. That's cool. Not that I know anything about it. I don't know cars, but yeah. So yes, it was in his house. He had it on him and meant to put it in his pocket. Maybe when the house was raided, he left it behind. Yeah? Okay. It could just be the knob. So how do they figure out what car manufacturer makes it? How do they know it's a Mitsubishi Cordia? Yeah, I think it would also just be the knob. And so they would probably immediately know that it's a gear shift, but they probably don't know that which part of the shift has the number on it. So this part, I'm pretty sure, like the knob itself. See if we can buy one. Not that I actually want one, but just to see if, like, the part itself. Yeah, it's just a knob. Looks like. Maybe they printed something wrong on it, like it was a misprint. Yeah, it looks like it's just the knob where the numbers are. But that's like modern. But could work. Yeah, they call it a shift knob. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the knob has the numbers on it, yeah. Perhaps to keep them from telling right away the knob was malformed, so it's not the correct shape. Maybe when Lucy plays with it and does the car thing, Vassa remembers seeing similar shaped knobs. Maybe. But I think the main question is, how does he know that it's a Mitsubishi specifically? I think we said last time that one of the police officers just knew. Like maybe Hana knows or something. But in that case, we would need to have a Chekhov's gun to indicate that she knows about cars. Kind of foreshadow it. I like writing. Okay, so Vassa looks at some sort of knob, confused as to what it is. Should there be a conversation here, or is it just going to be like, I think silent? They're just looking at things silently. That's logical. Yeah. As for how they had, I can't read. I read it in my head and then replied in the. I think stream etiquette is to read it out loud, but I don't know. As for how they find the card type, perhaps they call factories nearby for parts printed in that series. Yeah. Because part numbers are usually in order somehow in our identifiers. I see. Yes. Okay. Vassa and Hana are already inside, looking through files and observing different objects that they had found at the hideout. Lucy's playing around as well, but Vassa doesn't mind too much since he knows she can't really move anything or put her little fingerprints anywhere. Vassa looks at some sort of knob, confused as to what it is. What do you think this is? Should he talk? Like, how do they go about this? Hana, what? Hey, Hana, what's this? Looks like some sort of knob. Well, no. Well, of course. Well, duh. Do you know if this goes... Maybe Vassa and Hana. Look at it. You know what that could be? Have any ideas? Not a clue. And would it have the numbers printed on it, you think? Like, so, like, because this look, I don't know if that's printed or if it's like painted. Is it painted? Because it could just be straight up black with no numbers on it. Okay, so they would still have the numbers on it. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. I appreciate you helping me out here. Kind of just zoning. So, yeah, I have an hour. More tea. Would they like immediately know that it's like a part of a car? Because I think if I saw that, I would be like, "Oh, that's a gear shift." But I also I can't word right now. I'm also an American, so I drive all the time, or I used to. Should it be the star and the E, or the power and the economy? One instead? Because if you look at this one, this old 83 one, they have a star, and then oh, well. Sorry, Lucy was covering up. Here's an old Mitsubishi Cordia. But here, there's a star, and then there's an E. And that could be what they're confused about. Maybe. Cars. I'm gonna go with that, with a star and an E printed on it. Okay, so we have an establishing shot of the evidence room. Vassa and Hana are already inside looking through files and observing different objects they have found at the hideout. Lucy is playing around as well, but Vassa doesn't mind too much since he knows she can't really move anything or put her little fingerprints anywhere. Vassa and Hana look at a knob with a star, arrows, and an E printed on it, confused as to what it is. Have any ideas? Not a clue. Lucy pops up from under the table. She grabs an apparition of it and starts throwing it around, pretending to juggle many versions of it. You don't think it could be explosive or anything. Lucy hears this and accidentally drops the apparition of the knob, causing it to explode. No, it's completely hollow inside. Lucy shakes off the soot. Okay. There's a strange little box, isn't it? I wish my mouse would work so I can open that. looks like Super Shift is something that was only available for this specific car. And so it would make sense if they didn't know that specific car brand, that they wouldn't know what this is. Unusual in that it had 8 forward speeds in a 4x2 arrangement. It essentially installed a married overdrive unit to its manual transmission, something rare in a production vehicle of this type. So unless you had a Mitsubishi, okay. Wish I could see that. So this is the car that actually has the same, the Mitsubishi Mirage is the one that debuted the Super Shift. Interesting. In some cars, the 2-speed selector was labeled with a star icon for the lower range and an E for the higher range. So typically they would have a power economy. Sometimes they would have a star and an E. So just like the other one I saw. Here's a Cordia. And this one was available from '82. It's a relatively new car. It had a digital dashboard. Man, old cars are so cool. So that was optional in this car. So the Mirage was the first one to have it. It wasn't originally planned. Man, this is a lot of technical stuff I don't know. In the 80s, they facelifted. Okay. I think the Cordia just had it though. Like it wasn't. No, it says optional. Maybe it was for the manual. So it's a very specific gear shift. So we can do the power economy thing on it. There's this power economy one, which would sometimes be a star and an E instead, which is even rarer, because you would usually just find power economy. I don't know if it would be in a Cordia though. No, because the one I saw had it in it. Where did it say? Star icon and the lower E. Okay. So a very specific. This looks like the. What's that? Yeah, that's it. This one. See the star and the E? That is the specific one that I think is rare enough to make them confused, but also not too rare to where a car enthusiast would know what it is. What's this? This is like the only image I can find of it. So, yeah, with the star pointing to the E, I think that's a good. Sorry, Lucy is in the way. Ah, Lucy. So here, yeah, it has a star and an E. So I think that. I think that would be the one little box gear thing that's disconnected from the metal. Yeah. I'll go with that. Where am I? Hello. Yes, sir. Okay. What are some creative things? New question. Here we go. Not a poll. Wow. With the Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe because it has a star and an E, I don't know. I don't. IDK, maybe. IDK. Hmm. So underneath the box, the knob, is a hole. Hmm. Yep. 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 I've got to restart the music. Uh. Uh. Yeah. Well. I think I'm a little bit too tired to really think about things. Took a lot of mental energy last time, and I think this time I'm pretty tired. I might just continue next time. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go to bed for an hour and then go to work. Maybe not even an hour. 30 minutes. Only 30 minutes. I could work for another 30 minutes, or I can sleep. I think I'm gonna sleep. I'm jet lagged. Off the wazoo. So insanely jet lagged. So yeah. I mean, it's not like I need to drive or anything, and I could close my eyes on the train if I can find a seat. Sometimes it's really busy though. I will say though, I've been distracting myself by looking at drawings and different things, so I think I'm just gonna take a nap real quick and then go to work. Yeah. Alrighty, well, thank you, Imagine Rejector and Rihanna, for popping in, saying hi. It was a lot of fun, showing you guys everything. Yeah, I had a blast. I'm just so tired. My thinking, my mind has just kind of stopped, and I gotta go to work. So yeah, I'm gonna call it for today, and I'll be back on Friday. Tomorrow I won't be streaming because some guys from church, they want to go get coffee in the morning, so I'm gonna be doing that instead. But I'll be back on Friday, probably later in the day, maybe like noonish my time, which would be, I don't know, right now it's almost 8 my time, so it's 5 your time, so it might be around 8 p.m. your guys' time. If I start at like 11, it'll be a little late, but you know, I'll be able to sleep in. So yep, I'm gonna schedule it for 10 a.m. my time. That'll give me some time to sleep in on Friday. And 7 p.m. y'all's American time isn't that late, I don't think. So yeah, I'll do that. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. I had a lot of fun. This morning I'm gonna go take a nap. Yep. Hopefully next time I won't be as sleepy. So yeah. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and have a good rest of your day. I'll see ya in the next stream, which will be Friday. I'll go ahead and schedule that. Yeah. All right. Bye bye.